Good morning and welcome back to the Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing, presented by the Clear Commodity Network and delivering today's top news in mining and mineral exploration. From the new ClearCom studios, here's your host, Trevor Hall.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing. This is Trevor Hall, and it is Tuesday, June 23rd. It's an ugly morning across the metals complex. Gold is down 1.7%, off about $72 to $4,119 an ounce. Silver is getting hit harder, down 4.6% to $62.04. And copper is off 3.1% to $6.16 a pound. And even platinum is down 2.5%. Notably, gold is not catching any kind of safe haven bid here, even with a global equity route in way. It's being sold right alongside everything else, because the story this morning is a sharp tech-led sell-off that started in Asia. South Korea's Kospi closed down nearly 10%. That's a 910-point drop from a record high just one session earlier, with Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix both falling more than 12%, and the Korea exchange tripped circuit breakers, halting trading for 20 minutes. The damage spilled outward. The Nikkei fell around 3%. Europe's Stoxx 600 opened lower, with its technical index down 3%, and it follows an overnight slide in the big U.S. tech names. With respect to that decline, our friend Peter Bookvar put it this morning, all you have to do is look at the Korean market. Roughly half of the index is just Samsung and SK Hynix, while the Kospi is still up about 95% year to date. The players in these two stocks are now heavily retail. Each of the big two now have leveraged ETFs that can be traded, and margin debt in Korea has climbed to a record high. The risk-off tone is colliding with a turn in sentiment from the sell side on gold. This morning, Deutsche Bank cut its gold forecast by as much as 22%, now seeing bullion around 4,300 in the third quarter and 4,800 by year end. Both still above where we are now, but a clear step down. So the structural bulls aren't capitulating, but the banks are clearly tempering the view. We'll get to the news out of the miners and explorers here in just a moment, but first, a quick word about today's sponsor. This episode of the Morning Briefing is brought to you by Vizsla Silver. Vizsla Silver is advancing the Panuco Silver Gold Project in Sinaloa, Mexico, one of the highest grade silver development projects in the world. The project hosts the world's largest undeveloped high-grade silver resource, and the company has been aggressively expanding its program to grow that resource ahead of a development decision. You can learn more at vizslasilver.ca. And here's what you need to know this morning. NGEx Minerals delivered another monster hole from its Lunahuasi copper-gold-silver project in San Juan, Argentina. Hole 64 cut 1,540 meters of 1.17% copper equivalent, including 88 meters of 8.65%, this coming from the Saturn zone alongside a separate 501-meter interval of 0.73% copper equivalent in the expanding porphyry deposit. The company called it one of the most important holes the company has drilled, crossing the high sulfidation system and continuing well into the adjacent porphyry and confirming a large high-grade breccia body. Lunahuasi sits in the Vicuña district alongside Caserones mine and the Filo del Sol and Los Helados deposits, and NGEx is part of the Lundin Group. They trade on the TSX with NGEx and on the OTCQX with NGXXF. Energy Fuels has signed a definitive agreement to acquire VAC, that's Germany's vacuum schmelz, from ARA Partners in a cash and stock deal valued at roughly $1.9 billion. VAC is an established permanent magnet maker, and the deal links its magnet business with Energy Fuels' growing rare earth mining, processing, and refining platform. It's creating a fully integrated mine-to-magnet chain aimed at strengthening Western supply away from China. The CEO called it a transformational moment for the company and the global rare earth supply chain. The plan feeds rare earth oxides from the White Mesa Mill in Utah into metal and alloy production, ultimately supplying magnets for defense, robotics, drones, and electric mobility, and it lands just days after Energy Fuels secured a $725 million conditional government loan. The transaction is expected to close early next year. Energy Fuels trades on the NYSE with UUUU and on the TSX with EFR. Sitka Gold continues to expand high-grade gold at the Blackjack deposit on its RC Gold project in Yukon's Tombstone Belt. Hole 125 returned 94.5 meters of 1.62 grams per ton gold and included 2 meters in there of 11.8 grams per ton, plus a second interval of 197 meters of 1.06 grams, which included 2 meters of 9.95 grams per ton. The pairing of broad widths with higher grade cores continues to fill out what Sitka is shaping into an intrusion-related bulk tonnage gold system. Sitka Gold trades on the venture with SIG. Talisker Resources pulled some bonanza-grade gold from its resource conversion program at the Braylorn project in southern British Columbia. That's one of Canada's highest-grade historic gold camps. The standout this morning was 85 grams per ton gold over a half a meter, within a broader 18.76 grams per ton over 2.7 meters. The drilling is aimed at converting and growing the resource at Talisker as that advances Braylorn. Talisker Resources trades on the TSX with TSK. Kirkland Lake Discoveries continues to extend the Murado gold system about 20 kilometers southeast of Kirkland Lake, Ontario. A 120-meter step out to the south hits 79.63 grams per ton gold over 2.1 meters, while a 100-meter step out in the west cut a much broader 0.95 grams per ton gold over 62.3 meters, again pairing high-grade chutes with bulk tonnage width. The past-producing Murado property carries a historical inferred resource of 10.6 million tons, and Kirkland Lake Discoveries is drilling a 30,000-meter drill program across that property. Kirkland Lake Discoveries trades on the venture with KLDC. And finally, Trident Resources intersected 1.32 grams per ton gold over 132 meters, including 2.85 grams per ton over 40.3 meters from just 22 meters depth. This is coming from its Preview Southwest deposit, located about 3 kilometers southeast of the past-producing Contact Lake mine in Saskatchewan's La Ronge Gold Belt. Trident framed the hole as it confirming both the high-grade and bulk tonnage potential of the belt, where it's running a 20,000 meter plus summer program across roughly 35 holes. Trident Resources trades on the TSX venture with ROCK. All right, that's a wrap here this morning on the Morning Briefing. It is produced by Clear Commodity Network and distributed throughout the world through your podcast network of choice and at clearcommodity.net. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Be well.
The information presented should not be considered investment advice. Mining Stock Daily and its affiliates are not responsible for any loss arising from any investment decision in connection with the material presented herein. Please do your own research or speak with a licensed financial representative before making any investment decisions.